Hi everyone. So last night I taught the class Connecting with Plant Spirits, and I'm really happy with everything that I shared with you, but around 2 o'clock last night or this morning I was woken up and I realized that there was a lot more coming through that I needed to share with you. And one of the things that I wanted to share I actually forgot to mention in class, so I'm creating this video for you. So first of all, the first thing that came through is that plants are trying to connect with us in many different ways. And so we kind of talked about like reaching out to plants and establishing a connection with the plant and doing all of those things. But sometimes, a lot of times actually, plants will reach out to you. It's not a one-way street, it's a two-way street. Plants are reaching out to you to help you in your healing process, in your life's journey, and not only you, but the people that you are connected to. So it's good to pay attention to when you're getting messages from plants. And this could come through in the form of, say you notice Rose, and you notice Rose one day, then you notice Rose in a book, then you notice that somebody starts to speak about Rose. All those synchronicities add up to this plant basically trying to reach out to you and has a message for you. So it's important to pay attention and pick up on those things when you see them and not just brush them off. That's part of staying connected to your intuition as well. And I see this all the time in my practice. Someone will come in and they need help with a particular issue, and I say, okay, well, based on everything that you've told me, I think these 3 herbs would be great for you: marshmallow root, dong quai, and peony. And they'll say to me, oh my gosh, I just was looking at this drawing, a beautiful drawing of a peony flower, or I just learned about peony through a friend. Or, they'll tell me all these different ways that this plant has tried to communicate with them, and now it's communicating through me as well. So it's important to pay attention to those things when they come up, and just pay attention to take note of how those messages are coming through. Different people have different ways of receiving messages. So maybe you are someone who hears things a lot. Maybe you hear things in songs. Maybe you hear things in speech and just hearing people talk in conversation. And there are certain little cues that you pick up on. Those are things for you to pay attention to. And when you start to notice these things, it's really great, and then you can really dive in and see what that plant is asking you to do. And when you have a connection come through like that, it's really beautiful because you can open yourself up to it, up to the process of getting to know this plant in a different way, because it's the plant approaching you rather than you approaching the plant. And you get to learn more about yourself and maybe the things that you didn't know you were working on healing until this plant reached out to you, which is really cool. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is working with rattles. And I spoke a little bit about this in the class, but I really want to expand it a little bit more, because rattles are such a powerful way to call in spirits, plant spirits, ancestral spirits, earth spirits, wind spirits, fire spirits, air spirits. Like, all of these spirits can be called in through rattles, and seed rattles are especially great for connecting with plants. So many plants you can make a seed rattle from, and the simplest way to make a seed rattle is to put those seeds into a little paper envelope and shake it. That's all you have to do. You can also do things like drawing a picture of that plant on the envelope that you're using. I like to use the little coin envelopes, and when you shake that rattle, you're calling in that plant spirit. Visualize the plant. See the plant in your mind's eye. See the way it blows in the wind. Smell the plant, taste the plant. All of those things completely envelop yourself in the sense and the sensation of that plant as you're shaking the rattle. And that will help you to call in the spirit of that plant. And if you do this when you are, say, like opening a connection with a plant, it's a really great way to establish a strong bond and connection with the spirit of that plant, especially if it's a plant, if it's like wintertime, like right now, where there aren't very many plants to choose from that are out there. Anyway, that's what I have for you. I would love for you to try these things out, see how it goes, and share with me whatever you come up with. Definitely journal everything that comes through as you're working with these plants. It's nice to add these things to like a plant monograph that you create. And if that's something that, actually I'll send an example monograph that you can work with. That way you can start to create your own database and log and reference guide of what you gather from working with plants. And this is something that you will refer back to for years and years to come. And it's when you write these things down and share them with other healers, we can learn so much more about the plants collectively than we can individually. So yeah, share what you learn. I love to hear what you come up with as you're working with plant spirits. And yeah, if you have any questions for me, of course, reach out to me. My email address is raven@moonmedicine.co. Thank you so much for coming to last night's class. It was so great to connect with all of you and share what I know. I look forward to seeing you again, hopefully in future classes. And yeah, that's it. Bye.